And as far as Johnny Manziel goes, I need more convincing. I want to see, you mentioned Baltimore, weak team. San Francisco, weak team. Seattle, they got the Legion of Boom. Kansas City, competitive in the AFC West. Pittsburgh, they've always been known for a great defense, and they are starting to pick up steam here toward the end. I want to see what Johnny Manziel can do against the Legion of Boom come Sunday afternoon. That's what I want. I'm not convinced enough. Not convinced.
Well, and you know what? Yeah, I honestly am not totally convinced, but I think he is for real. I think there is some potential, but we'll talk more after break. We'll be talking about the Atlanta versus Carolina, and we'll be heading that way. We'll catch everybody after break, but while on break, we want the phone lines to fill up 405-562-5463 and text us at 77948. Type the word text, space, and then your message.
Finally, can we take a moment and stop listening to these idiots long enough to get the Cars for Kids jungle stuck in my head?
Cars for Kids, KARS Cars for Kids, 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids, KARS Cars for Kids, 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Also on the web at carsforkids.com. That's Cars with a K. We're a recognized 501c3 charity organization, so you'll receive a maximum tax deduction. What's more, you'll receive a free vacation voucher of 3 days and 2 nights.
1-877 Cars for Kids, KARS Cars for Kids, 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hello, everybody out there in Radio Land. I'm sure you're probably trying to figure out what to get that one guy in your life who's an angler for Christmas. And I'm wondering why anglers are buying fishing shirts sold by hunting apparel companies. Ocean Vita is a true fishing apparel company focused on the coastal lifestyle. The clothing is designed specifically to handle the elements that anglers deal with on their fishing trips, such as staying dry, cool, and protected from the sun's ultra-harmful violet rays. Ocean Vita uses proven water-resistant technology, moisture-whisking fabrics, strategic air ventilation, and a high ultraviolet protection factor. All of the designs and color choices are reflective of the bright and relaxed coastal style. Order your Ocean Vita apparel today and use the Jock Journal Radio 20% off coupon, FishJock. That's FishJock with no spaces. Just one word, FishJock. Order online today at oceanvita.com. VIDA. That's how you spell Vita. And get your 20% off before this sale ends. Stay dry and cool when you're reeling in your next big fish.
You are listening to Jock Journal Radio. News, opinion, and discussion for all you jock stars.
Are you looking for the web's best sports news? Visit jockjournal.com. Sports media has lost its touch. It seems that journalists are scared to report what they see in fear of losing access to the teams they cover. At jockjournal.com, you get inside information on the entire NFL community without all the politics or fears other writers have. That's jockjournal.com. When you need the NFL sports news, information, opinions, fantasy football, or discussions, there is only one place to go, and it's jockjournal.com.
Support for this show comes from Material. Material is a simple and intuitive e-commerce platform that lets you get your online store started without paying a dime. That's right. No ads, no setup costs, no transaction fees. Experience a fresh and easy new way to sell online by signing up at material.com today.
Okay, we're back. I had to surf porn and post my pics on an adult website.
Okay, Jock Stars, we are back. We didn't get that caller I was hoping to get, but we do have an update from the game, and they are online with us. Ben, go ahead, take yourself off mute, and give us an update on tonight's game with the New York Giants and the Miami Dolphins. You there with us? I don't think he is there. So let's go ahead and cancel his call.
He's gone missing.
Yeah, he's gone. Okay.
Can we give a reward out for somebody can find Ben?
Yeah.
There's reward. There's reward money.
Ben, we're looking for you. Last scene.
Hey, you know, if you find him and claim that reward money, you know what? That's more money for Christmas gifts for you.
It is. Okay, so I'll go ahead and give you the update. Miami just drove down the field and just recently scored. There's 6 minutes, 44 seconds left to go in the game. It's 24-17. Miami is on top of the Giants, but currently Eli Manning is getting close to the red zone as he is on the 30 and now inside the red zone with a nice pass to Randall as they step out at the 18-yard line. So, okay, so let's go ahead and start talking a little bit about this Carolina game. I hope Ed's still with us, and I think he's coming on now, so let's go ahead and bring him on. Yeah. Ed from jockjournal.com. How are you doing tonight?
Yeah, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great.
Hey, Ed.
So, talk to us just a few moments. Tell us what you saw in that blowout. I mean, just utter blowout. If we wondered how dominant the Carolina Panthers were, beating a division rival like that, I think it just basically put the cherry on top, and people can already count 16-0 at the end of the season, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't mean to correct you, Nash, but that was a shutout.
Yes.
The Falcons scored 0 points. But, yeah, a couple of weeks ago, most, fans and just, viewers were thinking, hey, if the Panthers would lose their first game, it'll probably be that first Falcons game on the 13th. But I know just in the weeks leading up to it, Falcons weren't looking too good. And the days coming up to the game, I was thinking to myself, I was like, hey, the Panthers might blow out the Falcons. And sure enough, that is what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's more of a Falcons thing than the Panthers thing, I feel like, with this game. When the Falcons had their run a couple years ago, it's more of a run-trick pony kind of thing for them, and I feel like that's continued on the past couple of years. Like the Julio, Matt Ryan, it's continued to that point. And when I saw that the Panthers ended up blowing out the Falcons, I wasn't as surprised. But in the way it up as a game, I had the feeling that it could be a blowout, and that's ended up what had happened, Nash.
All right. Well, Frank, you saw this game, or at least pieces
I did. I saw it on Red Zone.
Yeah,
I love that channel.
I'm just wondering how does a team that was 7-8-1 and sneak into the playoffs on a losing division last year become so utterly dominant this year after losing their star receiver? I don't get it. Explain this to me.
Explain this to you. I'm trying to figure out how does a head coach in Ron Rivera, who a guy that a couple years ago, for all intensive purposes, was fired, how does he go from making the playoffs last year with that mediocre record to this on the verge of potentially a perfect regular season? I think it's got to be a maturity factor here, and I do believe, Nash and Ed, I want to get your take on this, that I believe it starts with Cam Newton. I think we have seen a different Cam Newton this year. We know how athletic he was, but I think we're starting to see, in terms of guidance of the Carolina Panthers, we're seeing Cam Newton's true colors in terms of his leadership. I think when you boil it down to, it all comes down to one guy, and that's Cam Newton. Ed, let me ask you, what do you think? I mean, how much can you attest this season, not just to Cam Newton as a quarterback, but to Cam Newton, the undisputed leader of the Carolina Panthers?
Yeah, I got three things for you. And the first thing, it has to be Cam Newton. Without him, they wouldn't have won as many games that they have this season in a row or have gone without a loss so far this season. He's been playing at a level that is unheard of, at least for him as a player, since he's been in the NFL. I mean, when you say a team finds a way to win, he's been the player for the Panthers that have been finding that way and making the plays to help them win. And that counts a lot when it comes to the NFL. The second thing I have to say is the maturity factor you mentioned.
Yes.
This defense has only gotten better. They've only added more players, stayed healthy, and that means a lot when it comes to the NFL. And the third thing I have to say is, you can kind of toss it up as an intangible or not, but it's a weaker division. They played a less tough schedule this year, and they just taken advantage of it. I mean, and have fully taken advantage of it this year. They've beaten every team in the division already. I mean, at this point, an undefeated season is not out of the question. Just the way they performed, they showed they were a real team. Every team in the NFL, including the NFC, when it comes to playoff games, should be prepared to play the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, at this point, I don't think anybody's looking past them. That's for damn sure. We just so you know too, we just got a major update. It looks like Odell Beckham Jr. just caught an amazing touchdown on the sideline. Where I think it's under review currently. He was dragged one toe. He already had the other foot in. It was textbook Odell Beckham, masterful hands, masterful body control.
Wait a minute, isn't that normal for Odell Beckham? You're saying amazing, remarkable. Look, for Odell Beckham, amazing and remarkable is out of the question.
Yeah,
now, because that's
exactly.
just routine. For me, it would be the unbelievable.
Yeah.
If I tried to do what Odell Beckham Jr. did, this world would literally be coming to an end. But for Odell Beckham Jr., that's just routine. It's another day at the office.
They're going through the review right now, and I'll let everybody know. Right now, the ruling on the field is an incomplete pass, but looks like it is currently being challenged, and we'll know in a few minutes. But Ed, before you go, there is one question I have to ask you. During this year, Cam Newton just recently got a huge new contract, and a lot of the talk was Russell Wilson was waiting to get that contract from Cam Newton as a basis for his own contract. Do you think that Cam Newton is upset that he's not making Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers type money?
It's a weird question to ask. I do think, you just judge the players just football-wise. I think they're similar. The running ability, the playmaking ability, the plays they can make when they're passing. I think you can make the argument for both to make equal pay. I just feel like it's an objective thing with them. I think the Panthers they value Cam Newton more to their franchise, I guess, more than the Seahawks do at this point. Just this season, coming into this season, that's how they felt. And it's just shown off more for Cam Newton that he's worth that money. Whereas, in the past 3 weeks, Russell Wilson, he's began to turn it on and show the Seahawks how much and how worth it paying him was for the Seahawks. So
Couldn't agree
I'd
more.
say, yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody's kind of seeing that, and I don't think either man's angry when they see their paychecks at the end of the day. And just so everybody knows, it looks like Odell Beckham Jr.'s grab was reversed. The call is now a touchdown, as the New York Giants and the Miami Dolphins are tied at the third quarter with 5 minutes and 1 second to go, 24-24. Ed, before we let you go, can you tell everybody, Edmund Carroll, where they can find you online to find all your material and all the things you've written for the NFL?
Oh, yeah. You guys can find me at jockjournal.com. We got your news, your NFL news. We got your opinions. We got anything you want NFL related. We also got other sports. You can find it at jockjournal.com. It's all there for you.
Thank you so much, Edmund. We hope that you have a very happy, safe holiday season. And before you go, do you have any embarrassing Christmas gifts that you hope are not under the tree?
Well, I want to hear this.
I'm hoping that I don't undershoot the gifts I gave last year. I hope I can at least keep it a level playing field with those I need to give this year.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
You.
Enjoy the rest of the Panther season.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. You too.
And that was Edmund Carroll from jockjournal.com. So I think that pretty much talks about the Atlanta versus Carolina game, as they just Carolina just basically destroyed them. There wasn't a